What up, what up, what up? It's your boy Shad Talks Graps, and we are back with another installment of the Sunday Spotlight where we cover everything in the world of professional wrestling. Y'all know it's been a crazy week for pro wrestling, man. So much has happened, but we got to talk about it all. And we got to talk about it in the positive light because there's a lot of negativity that's been going on in pro wrestling. So we come here in peace. We come here with the positive vibes. And I can't do this alone. I got to do this with the most prestige panel of them all. First and foremost, give it up for the First Lady of Wrestling Republic. Me and her did a show yesterday, but it was really today on the daily. So peep that. We did talk about the final boss, but this won't be a final loss. Miss Megan is in the house. How you doing?
Doing good. Hey everyone. Welcome to Sunday Night Spotlight. As y'all can see on the side, we have a lot of good topics to get into, but I'm just happy to be here with my brothers in arms of wrestling, of course. And yeah, let's get into it.
No doubt, no doubt. And yes, this is gonna be one of them ones, man. The topics at hand are great. Last but not least, my dog, my right hand man. We are the Usos of Wrestling Republic. If you don't know, now you effing know. Dryzzy was good brother.
Good morning, afternoon, and evening. It's the guy you should believe in, your boy Plug Funny, aka. Nah, I did that wrong, but it's okay. We are having technical difficulties today. As y'all can see, I'm a little bit more crisp and clear than what I normally am. We are on location, but not really on location. But yeah.
Yes, sir. But hey, we here. That's all that matters at the end of the day. And let's get into the show, man, because the first topic at hand, I'm gonna let you know. I'm gonna keep it real. I'm gonna preface this. The topic at hand was selected not by me. It was selected by my beautiful wife. She said, "Hey, I don't want you to talk about something this week." She watched the promo last night, and we saw one Miss Alexa Bliss have a very eerie, dark, yet very amazing promo package video for the Elimination Chamber. I haven't been on Wrestling Republic for a little while. I wasn't here for the Royal Rumble, so I want to talk about it in totality. I want to spotlight Alexa Bliss because her return at the Rumble, the interaction, the fans being hyped, the presence, everything made me realize, dang, we missed a bona fide star in the division for the women in the WWE. And say what you want to say about Alexa Bliss. I don't think she's the best in-ring worker. But when we talk about character, which is the key thing in the WWE, that woman knocks it out the park more than a lot of people. Playing different hats. I used to be a big fan of the goddess, the heel character that she had. One of the better heels, very cutthroat on the mic. Reminds me a lot of like what Britt Baker was doing in AEW, right? Like just hits you where it stings. And that's peak Alexa Bliss. But then we talk about what she did with the Fiend, playing the role of the woman who kind of got lost in the code of what he was doing with the whole Lily aspect and playing the creepy, deranged girl. Like, she's so well versed in it all. She's such a talented actress in that aspect as well, where she was gone. She did some of the best stuff in real life, man, getting married, having a family and all that. And just seeing her return back and not miss a beat in regards to just that presence, I'm excited to see what she does. I think she's someone that adds a element to the women's division that brings a bit of a star power, man, brings a reason why people are excited for her. She's very popular for that reason. Like, I thought we wasn't going to get her back. I thought she was about to go to Hollywood, to be real with you. But Alexa Bliss, man, she's a super talented individual in the WWE. Elimination Chamber is coming in. I don't know if she's going to win it, but hell, man, make a case for yourself. We need some fresh faces. Maybe Alexa Bliss, not Tiffany, Alexa Bliss, Rhea Ripley. Who knows, man? But I got to spotlight her. That is my wife's, like, one of her favorite wrestlers also. she really liked the whole like Lily stuff, the playground, and all of that. And say what y'all want to say about it. I know that storyline stuff kind of got a little convoluted, but it's good acting. So salute to Alexa Bliss, man. And hey, man, respect to her coming back from a pregnancy too, right? Like that.
Mm-hmm.
It ain't easy.
Between she was out almost 2 years between a pregnancy and an injury.
Mm.
Yeah.
So she had double duty to try and come back from, which needs to be looked at. Is to be able to. I think she's highly successful. She gets concussions a lot, and she was able to not only withstand that, but also be able to start a family and pregnancy, which is I've heard women wrestlers say the timing is hard to come back from, but she's able to come back. She's been electric since she came back. Like I know she's ready to be back in the main event scene, and plus she provides something to WWE that just is not there right now. Even though we do have Nikki Cross doing like the mystical stuff, we don't really have. She's not like the talking mystical stuff. Alexa was rivaling Bray in a lot of those promos, and y'all know I love me a good saying everything without saying anything promo, and Alexa does that very well.
Yeah, and oh man, just the speaking of Bray, man, long live Bray Wyatt. Her coming out with that leather jacket with theme, but like the red with the R, like saying friend. That joint had me choked up a little bit, man. Like I miss Bray
It
Wyatt and
does.
but up.
And you know what's crazy? When she was around, he was there.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah.
that storyline didn't get paid off.
Nope. It didn't. And look, Bray Wyatt is one of the most brilliant minds of our time in pro wrestling. The fact that he latched on and saw the vision of her being tied to his creation says a lot about her. Like, there's
Right.
so many people on a roster. I mean, it's one of those things. I mean, Megan, I want to hear what you got to obviously say in regards to it. With Alexa in the women's division and all that too.
Yeah. Well, just to kind of ride off of what you both had said, just overall I don't understand the physicality of what it is like to be an athlete and to come back from pregnancy. I don't know. But I do know the mentality it takes to come back into anything, as a new mother. You get attached to your child, you don't want to leave. It's a combination of a whole lot of things, mental, physical, that you have to get adjusted to. But she managed, and it took her some time, the same way it took Becky some time. The same way I think it will ultimately take Carmella some time to come back. I'm just thinking of recent moms, Ruby Soho, um, you know, that. But as in for this story, uh, you know, I mentioned this elsewhere, but I know that they're going to feel his presence. He's going to make sure that this story is done correctly. So I know they're going to feel him around. And it's whether people believe it or not. I'm a believer, and I definitely believe if you're not a believer, something is going to happen to make you a believer of these type of things. People do come back to check on their people. I do feel like there was something missing with the Wyatt Six. It was fun. It was creative, but there was a missing piece. And there was only so much that Bo can do. He can't think like his brother. He can't portray a character like his brother. He could only do but so much. He could only make what is given to him happen, make it work. But with Alexa now being back in the fold, even though the biggest part of the story isn't there, I think she can help make it at least feel whole, because that's what we was missing. Because outside of Bo, everyone else were new. Everyone else was new to this story. Now, I did hear that Bray had some ideas and he had some people in mind, and that might be true. But we didn't see it be act out while he was still here. So I don't know necessarily how it would have panned out if he was still here. But seeing Bo and Alexis together, it will give us that feeling that, it's complete. I like how the story is going. It's not very slowly drawn in. You could tell she's there. She's changed, or she's changing, but it's evident. You can see it in the way she talks, the little small facial expressions that she makes. But it's evident. So I definitely I'm happy and I'm enjoying her being back. She was certainly one of the people that we missed. I know somehow Shad is going to make me regret saying this, but I'm gonna say it. But just like Miss Becky Lynch, we needed Alexa to come back. We need the man Becky Lynch to come back, because certain women have really big presence. So when they're not there, it's obvious. You could feel it. And so, just really glad that Alexa is back, and can't wait to see how she whip on the girls
For
in
sure.
Elimination Chambers, because I know she's gonna give them hell.
The Elimination Chamber, both sets are so stacked. Like, they picked such a good group of wrestlers on both sides. Like, the fact that you talking about having a level of star power with a Bianca, a Naomi, an Alexa Bliss, a Bailey, but then you also got the young up and comer in Roxanne Perez, who me and Drizzy be beating like a drum of the sound of how amazing she is, especially this past year. Like, that is a star-studded group of women where you could sell me a ticket for any of them women to go against Rhea Ripley, and I'm locked in. I want to see it happen. So they definitely did work. And I know this past week, a lot of, rumblings in the dirt sheets saying that a lot of women are upset with the booking on a main roster. And I can kind of see what they're talking about a little bit. And I hope we do get some better booking and get more prevalent storylines on, all these cards, all these titles they got. They got a boatload of titles now. They got 2 mid-card titles. You got the women's titles. By the way, I want to say this. It's not a topic. What tag team do you like better? Bianca and Naomi or Bianca and Jade?
I plead the fifth.
Mm.
I plead the fifth. I'm not picky.
You know what?
Ahead,
I know it's improper to answer a question with a question, but what I will say is who Bianca seems to be having the most fun with. Okay? Because she seems to be moving, I don't know. It's kind of given she's enjoying her time with Miss Naomi. Now,
her and
I brought
Naomi,
this
their TikToks make me make my heart warm as hell.
I brought that up to my mom, and of course she's like, well, Boo, because that's what my mom calls me. Well, Boo, she's known Naomi for a really long time. So that could be what it is. And I said, it could be a play on to the storyline. I like to believe it's that. I don't want to believe it's the BS that I've heard about what's going on backstage and the issues and stuff, because a lot of it is BS. But, I like to believe that it's really just, to help push along the story. I do enjoy them both. I enjoy both tag teams. I'm already in the doghouse with Miss Bianca, so you are
Oh
not
no.
going to trick
Oh
me.
no, you right, you right, you right. My bad, my bad, my bad,
You're not
my
going to
bad.
get me to mess myself up and be on camera saying it. I enjoy them both.
You right, you
Okay,
right.
I
It's
enjoy.
probably
I did see
it's
that tweet, and I was like, "Whoa, Bianca's going on Megan." I'm
Not
this
once
is
but
literally
twice. Not once but twice. She
nah. This
responded and she quote tweeted, so she wanted to be sure that everybody saw that I was
like
tripping.
see me.
for
Yeah,
sure,
I was tripping. So yeah.
for sure.
Like,
Oh man! All right, let's get to the next topic, and this is a topic that Megan is bringing to the forefront because we do got to talk about the man who
her
has
man.
a big time title match this coming
That's
Wednesday on AEW Dynamite. One of my wife's other favorite wrestlers, actually,
that's
funny enough,
that's
Mr.
Megan's her man.
My man, my man, my man.
Orange Cassidy. Megan Cassidy, soon to
Yeah.
be, if I'm not mistaken. Talk about your husband.
Yes. The tropical chief, the freshly squeezed one, Orange Cassidy. Um Made his return this week. Couldn't be more happier. He was deadly missed on AEW. I feel like now I have a reason to watch AEW every week again. Wasn't really following up on the stories too much. Now I have a reason to. Um, but he came back. He came back and he faced Roddy Strong, next Strong, for an opportunity to regain his international championship to become the first three-time international champion. He won his match, rightfully so. Um, you know, Returning back and he won his first match. Now, there was some complications in the match because you had Kyle O'Reilly, who is not only friends with Roderick Strong, but he's also friends with Orange Cassidy. As people remember, Kyle is a part of the conglomeration, which I'm guessing it's still, they haven't said it disband, so I guess it's still there. With Willow, Orange, Mark, and Ishii. And of course, he's a part of Undisputed Kingdom. So, Kyle said, hey, listen, I'm not picking a side. I'm not picking a team. I'm going for one or the other. Whoever wins, wins. They both are my friends. Um, so I was happy. I was happy that Kyle just kind of just he manned the defense. Um, of course, Don Callis comes out, and my man, he's a man of little words. He's more of a man of action. He doesn't say much, but he was about to say something. And remember, we haven't heard from him in a couple of weeks. So I was excited to hear what he had to say. The evil thumb came out, interrupted him, and had Kyle Fletcher and Kenosha Takeshka come out and pretty much beat up Orange, where he was ultimately saved by the one and only Kenny Omega. Um, you know, I'm a little stuck because I don't know if they're necessarily going to let Orange win this title. I know Kenny is back. Kenny's been gone for over a year. If by chance they are going to give that title to Kenny, I feel like Kenny will be more suited for the heavyweight championship picture, but between John and Cope and I guess ultimately Christian, who's still holding the contract, the heavyweight championship picture is looking a little full. So are they going to ultimately give Kenny the title? That's what it's looking like. I'm thinking that's might be what happens. But just ultimately just really happy that my man is back. Looking forward to seeing him every week. And yeah, just really happy for it.
You know what? I have to say this because you and me, we were talking about it earlier, just about funny times about wrestling back in the day, with like crazy funny storylines. Orange Cassidy makes wrestling fun.
He
Like
does.
people, I don't like the people who like bitch about him like being like a meme character and the whole pocket stuff. Yo, what can you really say? Bruh can wrestle. When that bell rings, he's better than so many people. He's having classics with lights of Will Ospreay, you know, John Moxley, some of the best in the ring, and he's not looking like he can't hang with them. He looks like he can rise to the occasion against them. Like the dude is so damn talented, and he like for me personally, he's definitely in my personal top 5 all time in AEW, just because like
Mm,
the
that's
nonchalantness.
that's
Yeah,
high.
no, I got high regards for him. He's so nonchalant. He's so fun. He's a different element to like pro wrestling that like when you. He's the reason people was tuning in to AEW in the early.
Right, right. And it's like just to ride on what you said. I guess it just goes to show who's really been watching wrestling for a long time and who haven't. Because throughout the years, you always had that wrestler that had that side to them, but was ultimately really good wrestlers. You had the Hurricane Helms. I mean, he was a super hero. Like he would just dart off the camera and you would hear the little flying soundtrack. You had my mind just drew a blank. Damn. It was just on the top of my tongue. But you had quite a few of them
Even someone
that
like our
just
truth.
him too. Is it you want to have those type of wrestlers around because even if you as an adult don't necessarily enjoy them, the children do. Anytime that man comes out, you see babies, middle-aged children
The little
to
babies
full
in general.
exactly to full-grown adults dressed just like him.
Mhm.
It's fun, but you cannot say, like you said, that this man wasn't carrying AEW. At some point, he was wrestling damn near every week, especially when he had the title.
Oh yeah.
And
I
you
believe he
know,
holds the record for longest defenses, I think, of the
Mhm.
international title.
yeah,
I think
you know,
I think of any title in
Mhm.
AEW.
yeah, and so, as selfish as it may sound, we wanted him back. He needed that time off, and he had his 6-7 weeks. It was about a month or two off. Um, and now he's back, and I know he's going to be worked like a mule again
Mhm.
for our enjoyment. So it's just like, you know, until you step into a ring
Mhm.
and know what it's like to take a bump, to know what it's like to suffer from broken bones or an injury, to know what it's like to have to get up, body aching, and still have to wrestle. Until you know what that's like, just refrain from being so condescending and so judgy about these wrestlers because, you know, I would never complain about what a doctor is doing, what a fireman is doing, what a police officer is doing, because I know nothing of being those three things. I know nothing of it. So, you know, and that might sound biased, because that's my man, but I'm gonna stand by him.
Nah, no,
Yes,
you
I'm gonna
look.
stand by
I'm
him.
I'm I'm here to validate your opinion. It's not even a biased standpoint because I get pissed off when people shit on Orange Cassidy all the time. I feel like it isn't like you can't justify that. Like, you can make all the jokes about the little viral stuff, but like, watch him versus Will Ospreay. That's all I can say. That was one of the best matches I saw that year in 2023. Like,
So
them boys went freaking crazy in that match, and it's not because it's only Will Ospreay. Orange Cassidy also was going crazy that match. I mean, Drizzy, you are a fellow sicko like myself. I mean, I know what you think
I'm gonna
about the
give
man
you.
OC.
So I know we're in the beginning days of grappling for position. One of our topics is greatest AEW matches. We've just been brainstorming of just how many to put on the list. We got to about 50, and why did about 30 of them all include Orange Cassidy in some way?
Cassidy. Mm-hmm.
There's no denying the man is. Yes, we have the pillars. Yes, we have Hangman. AEW's created stars, but probably one of the biggest ones that, and it is undeniable, is Orange Cassidy. And he comes from complete obscurity because he's out of the indies.
Mm-hmm.
And the moment he made it on TV, it seemed that he just took off. Yeah, and I would dare say he is definitely in the running for face of AEW and has been for a few years now.
Yeah.
Orange Cassidy is gonna get a world title one day.
Oh yeah.
And I'm telling you, you're gonna get the the night things changed in WWE type things when Mick Foley won the world title on Raw. You're gonna get those type of numbers
I was just
when
watching
that
that
happens.
video. Oh my
That
god.
is a freaking brilliant call
I
right
was
there,
just
dude.
watching that match. Yep.
That is
Like
a hell of a call right there. Yeah, that's gonna be so special, man. I'm waiting for him to become world champ. That, like, two guys, him and Darby, those dudes lead
Yes.
AEW out of anybody. They are like, and it's the beauty of it because look, man, AEW and WWE are complete different parallels stylistically in ways to me. And I love them both for those reasons. I love AEW for these guys that made me watch it out the gate. The Orange
Mm-hmm.
Cassidys, the Darby Allens, the Kenny Omegas, the Young Bucks. Like, these people that I know aren't gonna wrestle in WWE because they don't care for it, right? The Eddie Kingstons, like,
Right.
them dudes are the backbone of AEW. And of course, like, I ain't trying to debate or disrespect them, but like, when you do see a lot of people, like, I see a lot of the frustration where it's like, oh, sometimes y'all forget where you came from in a sense, right? You sign all these people from a rival company or for the free agencies or whatever it may be, and you kind of throw people in the back burner. Like, I do think it is important to take care of those who help build the foundation, and that's a guy that helped build the foundation. So you got to take care of them. You got to take care of the Darbys. You got to, like, these guys really put in more work than anybody did, because if it wasn't for them, we wouldn't be watching this stuff. You know,
Right.
like, and that's the realness of it. And I do appreciate some of these people that got the swerves. My boy Ricochet, defying
he's doing some
odds.
good work right now. Ooh,
Bro,
he's doing some good
He
work.
really is.
the look, the feud with him and Swerve, and the interaction between him and Nana just pouring his heart out about why the history of why that robe is important, and Ricochet not giving a single F and just saying, "You ain't taking this, old
Take it.
man."
Take it. You want it? Take it.
Diabolical.
Take it off me. And he
And
challenged him too. Nana should have done his big one. He should have done his big one.
and it's it. I don't. I'm just happy for Ricochet. I ain't gonna lie to you. I'm just really happy for him because I think when you got a chip on your shoulder, you got to prove it. So salute to him.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, man, it's gonna be fun. I'm excited for highlights of the week because I think I got something in my mind that definitely we can break down. But I'm really excited about this wrestler that we're about to break down, bro. Because I was talking to Megan about it before, because we talk about Jillian Hall, because she gives me a little bit of Jillian Hall in a sense. character-wise. And
She should.
Sholance Royal, she is a super, super talented wrestler that I got caught wind of as a viral sensation, like an Orange Cassidy on like TikTok and IG Reels. But I peeped some of her work. I saw her in the OVW documentary, and we can't talk about an OVW talent without Drizzy breaking it down. Being from Louisville. So go ahead, bro. This is your topic. Tell us about Sholance Royal.
I ain't did this in a while actually. When I sat there and look at it, I have not gone and looked at somebody who isn't world renowned known that ain't on network television every week. And this is out of my personal. I absolutely love this person inside the ring and outside of the ring. A One of the most important things in wrestling is remembering that you are also entertaining. Yes, this is pro wrestling, but it's also sports entertainment. You can't have one without the other. And Sholance Royal is the epitome of sports entertainment and wrestling put together. She's one of the women that you think of with this, and you say she gives you Jillian Hall vibes because she is cut from that same cloth. Jillian Hall is a OVW alumni, former member of the Revolution. She is from here, and Sholance channels that every time she's out there. Granted, she is a opera singer. She's a Twitch, like Sholance does a lot. In fact, I just seen a video a little bit before the show started. She's re-announcing as well. She does it. There's nothing she cannot do, and at the same time, she's just as dangerous in the ring. I know I say Jocelyn Navarro is the hardest hitting woman in wrestling. Sholance's top five dead or alive, and she ain't five. She can hit pretty hard. It's not just something pretty to look at. She will knock you out as well. Um, and in OVW, it's probably they call it the Harvard of wrestling for a reason. You cannot be a slouch here. So for her to have been one of the longest OVW women's champions is not anything. They don't just give you that. You have to earn stuff like that. And I believe she also holds like five other women's titles all at the exact same time. She ended the year on a bit of a sad note, being injured, but she has cut the ground running since the year started. She's collecting belts everywhere she can, and I beg of you, this is somebody you need to tap in with now. Buy low now. Because Sholance Royal is definitely going to be a star. She's definitely going to be somebody that you are going to wish you had seen in the early days and to watch her evolve from what she is now to what she will be in the near future. Because it is just amazing when you can sit there and see somebody like, and me and Shad do this on a weekly basis when we watch NXT. We watch people from complete obscurity to now being like main events on Raw and SmackDown. Sholance is gonna be one of those that we're seeing at the early stages, the beginning, and she is going to be on the major stages, the WrestleManias, the Double or Nothings, one of the two. She is going to be there.
Yo, and I'm here to vouch for that because we talk about NXT. I can see her fit in NXT like a glove. Like character work
Yes.
is one of the things that is so difficult in pro wrestling. You either got it or you don't sometimes. Like you have charisma, don't, and being multi-talented. To me, it's like she's like the Jigglypuff of pro wrestling. Like she could have you sleep off of the singing. Like it's just that I think I have so much respect for people that are actual like artists that go into it. Like we were talking about the with like AJ Francis and stuff like that, right?
Mhm.
You know, people that tap into different pockets and do different stuff. Like she really does hustle in that aspect. And she's so entertaining. I think that's the element, like you said, like she could do it in the ring, but like the entertainment aspect that she has, she got it in her. And yeah, man, OVW is definitely a little bit of a pipeline. They got some women that are really, really good on their roster. Obviously, you know, the person that everyone's really familiar with, Hollywood Haley J. She's in so many different wrestling stuff. Layla Gray also does a lot of stuff out there as well. I think what Tiffany Navias also does stuff there too, right?
She just left. In fact, she just left to go to ROW.
Okay. Yeah.
But that's another one you see them low, and she's starting to move up the ladder now. Being on ROW is they're one of those ID the pipelines. Yeah. So it's a beautiful thing to watch and I've been watching this for a while. I've been watching OVW for some years, to the days of the prototype John Cena, Leviathan Batista, Randy Orton with the long mullet, like those days. Shelton Benjamin, Brock Lesnar, Jillian Hall, Victoria, like those days of OVW, and to see how so many of them have grown over the years and all the people who have just come through and how the landscape of wrestling has changed just because of the people that OVW has trained and brought to us. Like I said, being in OVW is not oh yeah, sure, anybody can do it. That is the Harvard of pro wrestling.
Oh yeah. I mean, you just mentioned the class, right? Everyone always says that's the LeBron James, Carmelo Anthony, Dwayne Wade class of professional wrestling, right? The Batista, Cena, Lesnar, Shelton, like, it's the same cut though. And people forget that like OVW was like NXT before NXT. Like they was really like throwing people out there, developing them, and then bringing them up to the WWE. Like it's got such a rich history, and like it's so cool. Like if anybody like obviously more current day, like I would highly recommend watching that Netflix series because it gives you a perception of what they are doing. A lot of these young up and coming talent and whatnot. Like I got to meet the amazing Maria Hollywood Haley J's mom, who's heavily on the show at a IAW show last year. Chopped it up with her. Another guy who's on there. Forget the gentleman's name, but it's her boyfriend who's also on there as well.
Certified.
Yes.
No, not him. No, that's Layla Grace. My bad.
No. It's like I don't remember off the top of my head. No disrespect to bro, but him as well. He's always on AEW, man. Riss, who's also part of IAW, he wrestles on OVW a lot too. He's from around my way. So they got like a lot of people that are, doing a lot of work, and like, yeah, man, you gotta pay respect, keep tuned, man, because these stars that you see on the low circuit, a lot of these people we've interviewed as well. So people are interviews as well. You're gonna see them on these main stages, man. Like, I mean, even people that are like, it don't even gotta be an indie circuit, man. Like you talking about like the MLWs, the NWAs, the TNAs, like not everything gotta be WWE or AEW for you to like watch and appreciate pro wrestling. Like I know time is of the essence and it's difficult for people, but I challenge people. I challenge y'all in the comments that watching this.
Go get those subscriptions. The Trilla TV, GCW subscription. Get the IWTV subscriptions. There's a smorgasbord of indie wrestling you can watch, and this is where you catch them all. Orange Cassidy was in these. Right.
Yeah, man. And one week we're gonna definitely have to get the bro David Sheldon on the show with us because that man watches a ton of wrestling. Even talking to him, bro, he be like getting me in tune with a lot of people that are from Japan that I don't even know, right? Like more than the TJP, like all of these other shows that are not just New Japan and Stardom, there's just so much wrestling out there, and it's hard to watch all of it. I ain't saying you got to watch all of it, right? But just pick one small one, right? Watch TNA every week or something. Check in line with them. Watch it. MLW got them shows on YouTube for free. Pick tune for an hour a week just to see what they got going on there. It could do you some justice because you might be more entertained watching. Sometimes I get bored watching WWE every week. I get bored. I was bored watching SmackDown last night. You know what I'm saying? Like, I didn't have that much fun watching it. I had to watch it because we did the show today, but I was relatively bored watching the entire show as a whole for the 3 hours. I would rather spend those 3 hours throughout the week watching something that would be good, that could be, independence or whatnot. So, that's my rant on that. I'm sorry, WWE. Paul, I still love you, man. I got a Triple H shirt in the closet. Don't yell at me, man. Anyways, let's talk about highlights of the week, because this has been a crazy week of pro wrestling, man. And we haven't even discussed what our highlights of the week are going to be. So if y'all want, I could kick it off, because I haven't got to talk about this yet, because I've been out of commission for a little bit. And my highlight of the week, and I'm not even going to do an individual cut because I want to talk it as a family, because we all family here. NXT was the highlight of the week. If you want to talk about the best weekly WWE show, tune in on Tuesdays on the CW. Watch the talent, what they do over there. You want to talk about creating moments, the partnership with TNA, Moose versus Obafemi. What? Are you out of your mind? That is insane that we are getting that. You want to talk about the star power in the women's division, a unit of a Julia, happy birthday, by the way, Stephanie Vaquer, Jordan Grace, going against a underrated unit, Fallon Henley, Hooper, JC Jane, Hooper, low-key Hooper, Jasmine Nix. Very, very fun 6-woman match. Like, it was clicking on all elements on Tuesday. The show was undeniable, but we got to get to what I want to talk about, because Megan's here, Drizzy's here, and I haven't got to talk about it yet. Ricky, the block is hot. Ricky Saints is NXT, and I haven't got to talk about it yet. This is what they needed. This is the saving grace for NXT, because every week I've always talked about the disparity. The men are here, the women are here. The balance beam was looking kind of crazy, y'all. The women's was rising up to the top. The men's was kind of dangling down here. They need star power in the men's division. You're not selling me a ticket having the Ridge Hollins. You're not selling me a ticket having the Sean Spears. No disrespect to them gentlemen. They're solid. We need a star power. Ricky is a undeniable star. And he has been an undeniable star in AEW from the beginning of time he was there. I don't care what anybody says. I'm putting Ricky Starks in the same boat as an MJF. I truthfully mean that. Anything MJF can do, Ricky can do, and damn it, Ricky Starks can do better than him. I think he's a more fluent talker. He's more savvy to it. He looks like an absolute stud. Bruh is one of them ones, man. And the fact that he unfortunately couldn't reach to that top in AEW breaks my heart. But to see him somewhere else, to the show that I review every Tuesday, I'm not going to complain. And I'm not going to complain about his name. Because, respect to Aaron Brooks, respect to Joe Horn, respect to Deuce McAllister, Drew Brees, Marquise Colston. The Saints will go marching in. The Rock was playing Lil Wayne last night in his entrance. Nola's hot right now, and Ricky Saints is here. I'm super excited for him, man. Name aside, I just really think he can reach a potential that I'm hoping next year when they are at Mania in New Orleans, he's on the card. So salute to Ricky Saints. I'm here with you, bro. We gonna cook, man. Him and Wesley maybe be the first few. Ethan Page, he's gonna get one of them belts eventually. But yeah,
next year, Mania's in New Orleans.
Yeah, man.
I think he'll be on the card. I think he will definitely be on the card. He will be there.
They're gonna do them crowds where he be in the crowd. The NXT champion Ricky Saints, he's let that do his with his gun.
Yeah, bro. And it's a thing, man. Like, I don't want people like I just don't want tribalism to let people not want to root for him no more because like I know AEW fans know bro is talented. Like still root for him, man. Still respect a dude that brought a lot of joy to your TV screen when you was watching him, you know?
Yeah.
And
I mean, they enjoy the Hurt Syndicate. They enjoy Ricochet.
mm-hmm.
They enjoy. I guess they enjoy Mercedes. I don't know.
They
I
be
don't know.
throwing
Come on, man.
I'm kidding.
CEO.
Listen, I'm
CEO.
kidding. Okay, look, Mercedes have done what she needed to do for the women's division. I enjoy her as well. So if you can enjoy these people who was just in WWE, well, outside of Mercedes, but was just in WWE a year ago. No, because Mercedes
Oh,
been out
got
for a while.
Mhm.
She's been out for a while. But if you could enjoy them, and they were just in WWE, Bobby was just with the Street Profits.
Mhm.
Ricochet was just feuding with Braun Breaker and Logan Paul. So if you can enjoy them in AEW, then it does fall under tribalism because when do you stop supporting a wrestler you enjoy watching just because they left? It's like I don't want to support Travis Kelce because he left the Chiefs.
Right.
It's like if you enjoyed what he done for the Chiefs, then you should enjoy if he decided he wanted to pick up where his brother left off and go with the Philadelphia Eagles. Maybe he want to pick up where Jason left off or something. I don't know. It's just throwing it out there. But Ricky is going to do great in NXT. We already seen it. We already seen the jealousy. Okay, we saw the jealousy in Wesley. He couldn't contain himself. Jealous. Light skin on light skin crime.
He acting real
It
light
was-
skin out
Yo,
here.
so
it was
many
disgusting.
man, yo, I gotta say this though, and I like Wesley, man. Bro need to stop shopping at PacSun, man. Come on, man. Like, come on, bro. You get some better threads than that, man. He too grown for that. He like my age, man.
He's trying to figure things out. He can't wear the rascal stuff no more, so he's trying to figure this out.
Man, he's shopping at he's shopping out of Zach Wentz's closet, bro.
Y'all know. So before, I guess I'm gonna give my piece about it because I've been getting all types of love in the Wrestling Republic
A lot of love.
pages about my takes. But and it kind of, do y'all watch the product? Because I never said the name was bad. I said I'm gonna struggle, which I struggle with everybody's name. I struggle with Brie Priestley when she became Blair Davenport. I still struggle to this fucking day with Gunther and Walter.
Facts.
And he's been there for some years now.
Mm-hmm.
So I say all that just to say this to everybody who be in them comments that got something to say. If you don't watch Off the Air and you don't get the full context, don't make any complaints.
That's a fact. Look, Drizzy ain't gonna hate on no Ricky, bro. It's just
Oh, yeah, I love him. That's my dude. That ain't what I was about to say, but that's my dude.
Yeah.
Bro. Clark not here. Clark, I'm gonna clip this for you, bro. Hey, stop hating on my mans, dog. Who you talking to? Why you talking to Ricky like that, bro? Stop hating on my mans, bro. All right, I hear you, bro. I don't even know who your favorite wrestler is, Clark. But F
It's
them.
Nikita
Ricky
Lyons.
is here, bro. Nah,
It's Nikita Lyons.
You can't hate on Ricky when you supporting a woman that don't know how to. You know what? Never mind. I ain't gonna go on that level, man. Nah, salute to Nikita Lyons. She's definitely. She was on a reality show with bro from I Love New York, bro. Like I saw a clip of that.
Ooh.
What's the
the only one?
Real and Chance. Remember that? Remember the Real and Chance?
She was
She was on the Real Chance. She was on what was it, A Real Chance of Love? Just
Crazy.
like David O'Toole was on I Love New York.
Yes.
He
Hold
was
up.
Punk.
1 second.
See, look at that.
Minor technical difficulties. That was on me. But I saw a clip. It was because I think rest in peace. I think one of the brothers passed away.
Real
Real.
passed away.
Real passed
Yes.
away. So Chance had a show. It was on like Tubi or something, and she was on it.
Zeus.
Zeus. It was a Zeus show. It was before Zeus got ratchet as hell.
Yeah.
And
But I watch it every Sunday.
yeah, and that's crazy, bro. That's wild, man. But hey, salute to her. She went viral. So, but that's my highlight of the week. Who want to go next?
I'll go next. Since we're
Go
on the
ahead.
topic of names and screwing names and getting names wrong, this might be a little difficult for me because this man likes to pick names with the same syllable. And then people don't know who I'm talking about. I'm talking about Elijah, formerly known as Elias, Ezekiel, and the youngest brother of all, Elroy, Elijah, who popped up on TNA this week, which is surprising because, somebody who's been in the business for a very long time said that he was supposed to be signing with Ring of Honor / AEW because he did a video with The Righteous. Somebody else came out and said that's not true. He never signed with them. And then he pops up on Thursday on TNA during their live taping. Now, you fellas could tell me. I don't think he signed. He did. They never said he was signed.
No,
So-
I think
I didn't hear that he
I
was
think
signed.
he just
Not
so
Sean.
you remember.
I don't know if I can plug people, but per reports after the TNA taping, Fightful said he is signed to TNA. Other people who I won't put out there because their reports is dog water.
Incorrect.
Incorrect. Dog water,
Wrong.
incorrect. I'm being more mean, I guess. My fault. They said that he was gonna sign the ROH deal because the
Right.
vignette with the righteous. Yeah, correct.
Right. Okay. So, I'm just really happy to see him. I enjoyed the story between him and Kevin Owens. The Ezekiel and Elias.
Yeah.
I'm Ezekiel, Elias' younger brother. I enjoyed it. And so to see him and Joe Hendry kind of like stand, oh, that's my man. That's my other man. To see them stand side by side, I don't know. I don't know if that's going to be a new feud because the last time we saw them two together, Joe sung that he took his job. And, he wasn't very happy about that. So to see him back in TNA, I think ultimately we'll end up seeing him back in WWE. A lot of people didn't feel like we was going to see the Hardys back in WWE. We will see them in an NXT ring on Tuesday. Okay, so if you ask the right people or if you ask long enough, you'll get it. And so with him now being in TNA, I could definitely see a little more excitement going on in TNA, even though we already have a lot of stuff going on. But I just wanted to highlight that return, not because I enjoy laughing at old man Melzer getting something wrong once again, but just for the fact that I really do enjoy Elijah, Ezekiel, Elias, and Elroy. I enjoy his work. So I was pleasantly surprised to see him on Tuesday. And also, for those who was complaining about the mishaps during the taping on Thursday, you have to understand, TNA haven't went live in almost a decade. They're a little rusty. Give them a chance. Give them some room to get better at it. Because now that they seemingly have this partnership with WWE, TKO, expect to see more live tapings, live shows. And there's going to be some mishaps. Like I said, there's some things that's just not preventable. It happens. So just, like I said, just be kind. It's still free. Being kind is still free.
God bless that Full Sail crowd chanting "You're a racist" to Tessa Blanchard. The fact that you got "You're a racist" chants in Texas and Florida says a lot about you. I ain't gonna hold you.
That
That could be
says
another discussion.
a lot. Maybe I should have highlighted her because, you know,
we can talk about it if y'all want to. Let's talk.
We gonna let Dryzzy get we. I mean, I just
you gotta,
you know.
Before I give my highlight of the week, y'all can't complain about live TV. Shit goes haywire on live TV for every company. Facts. There's no ifs, ands, or buts to it.
WWE is not going to take no chances with you, so that they can hear that on their. I mean, Hulk Hogan got boos.
Yes,
but he didn't get he's a racist. He got booed out of the arena.
Yeah.
But for them to actually chant that you are a racist and then have the nerve, I don't know if y'all saw the article where look in the mirror. And it's like, I am looking in the mirror when it comes down to Tessa. And I feel like she will slip.
I'm not a racist.
I feel like if I look in I feel like if Tessa saw what I saw in the mirror, she might slip up and call me the N-word too. It might just slip off her tongue like a little spice.
Yeah.
You know, it might just slip off. So, you know, I'm all for people changing, but I do know that some people don't. I don't know her, but I'll tell you one thing. Chelsea Green, your favorite girl, Shad, your favorite girl. I feel like if Chelsea Green, probably one of the most unproblematic people there is, honestly, feels so strongly about you, that speaks a lot about who you are.
For sure.
It speaks a lot about who you are. And for Jordan, who didn't really say much, but she, you know, kind of didn't want to work with you, that says a lot too. You know, and
body language is more telling than words sometimes. She didn't even want to give her a dapper hug after the match.
Right past her.
They had a banger match too, and she like, all right, my job is done.
Which speaks to the professionality of everybody involved. She would not be in this situation if she took accountability.
100%.
That's the whole thing about all this. If everybody's sitting there wondering, well, if she sits at home and be like, I don't get it, why are they still like it? Because you haven't apologized, you haven't taken accountability. You know what? I did these things. I shouldn't have done these things. I apologize. I need to work on myself. There was none of that. It's basically you double down, telling people to look in the mirror. We look in the mirror every day. Do you like what you see? Is the question.
Yeah.
And if you do,
do you like to see when you turn your head? Because that profile is crazy. That profile is diabolical.
Yeah, and you know, I don't know who wrote that article, but like really, bro, like that's what you're gonna say. Look in the mirror. You're trying to have us have sympathy for a person that is on record and even admitting to the stuff that she's done in that context. But also, you've heard so many different talent double down on, you know, that's one thing, the racist aspect, but also being a bully to other counterparts in locker rooms, being unworkable with. Like, you just show that you're you're entitled for who you think you are because you're part of the Blanchard family. As talented as you are, Tessa Blanchard is a freaking incredible in-ring wrestler. I'm not gonna deny that. But when you have that much baggage and you can't even, like Dryzzy said, be accountable, have a genuine apology to what you've done, like the perception of you is even worse than it is than just saying sorry. If you say sorry and be genuine about it, people could be more open to try to understand and forgive you. But you act like you ain't do nothing and you don't owe nobody shit. Then yeah, you don't. Then what are people? Why would anybody like have any sense of like trying to have sympathy for you?
I'm not gonna have no sympathy for you. I'm just not gonna create you're a racist. But you don't want to take the accountability for it. Guess what? You gonna get them kids every time.
Exactly, it's warranted, man. And I mean, that's TNA's decision.
And you know what? And I can't even 100% put it on TNA because it was a different management. Because if Scott D'Amore was still in charge of that, she would not be back.
That's true. That's a good point. Yeah, man. But you know, F. Tessa Blanchard, I'll say that from the bottom of my heart. Drizzy, what is your highlight of the week? Take us home, man.
We kind of spoke about it a little bit already. Just Ricochet in this heel turn. A few weeks ago, I forget what show it was I asked. Was it Ricochet or was it WWE? I think firmly the answer has been given that it was WWE. WWE saw Ricochet as good wrestler, solid performer. No need to make him this great talker or anything like. No, there's no need to put a mic in his hand. Granted, he does not cut the best promos. He evokes a lot of really good emotion. I'm not gonna say that the promo he just did this past week was his best, but he hit all the cues he needed to hit. He did everything he needed to do to sit there and grab you and pull you into the story even more. And Ricochet has been phenomenal ever since coming into AEW and them giving him a mic to be this guy. He's supposed to like if you ever like he's corny, he's sitting there doing his fake. He's supposed to. The true job of a heel is to make you boo. You need a villain, and he is doing a very good job of that against somebody who is a villain already. The only way you beat a villain is to be more diabolical. He has stabbed Swerve in the head with golden scissors to cut him out of the DNA of AEW. And he is being diabolical to a guy who is beloved in that locker room in Prince Nana. So he's doing all the things he needs to do to be a bigger heel than the villain. I guess not to call him. He's not a face, but the anti-hero of Swerve.
Mm-hmm.
And all this stuff has been building even bigger blocks. So when he goes back around to the Will Ospreay aspect of his fuse and everything, it's just gonna make the character work be even more better. It's gonna be even more evil. He's gonna be even more of a ass. He's gonna that laugh is going to be ingrained in your head, like how Mercedes does her laugh. It's gonna be those things, and I love that. Ricochet is proving people wrong every day. And I've seen so many articles lately that are just kind of, oh, he's being corny. He's like, he's supposed to be. He's doing his job. If you don't think he's corny, he's not doing his job. It's when you're not talking about him that there's a problem.
Mm-hmm.
No, go ahead.
No, I agree. He's one of the bright spots on AEW television nowadays. Like, I think I bought into the Ricochet stock when the feud initially happened between him and Swerve, and they had the backs. It was when he was kind of the dorky dude trying to join like the Hurt Syndicate and playing the tail with MVP handing him the business card and stuff like that. And to see it turn into this, I 100% agree with you, bro. I think you sometimes just got to give people the opportunity, and it's like coaching. Like they saw his role of what he does. He's naturally a corny, like just dude, like not in a disrespectful way, but he's just that's his. He plays to his. Yeah, he's
I truly
peaceful.
believe he's peaceful.
Yeah, and he's good. He's
Peaceful,
played it really well. Like
being peaceful in wrestling is never a good thing for some strange reason. Having peace is just the worst thing in the world. So,
but it's even the aspect like you think about it, like in television, like Degrassi, right? When they was bullying the dude in with the wheelchair, Jimmy, and he came in with the blicky and shot Drake and made him go paralyzed. Like they was bullying Ricochet for the longest time, and he snapped. And now he's like on top of the world, and you created this deranged monster, and
That's the other part I love
it's the
about this.
beauty of
Is
it,
you
man.
That's the other part that I love about this, and I really wish we could go back to the days of DVDs where they sat there and put like the full storyline on like a DVD, and you could see the exact moments. That moment when they sat there and threw toilet paper over him, you literally look at it
Yes.
and it's like that is a Batman villain about to happen right there.
Yeah. At the
Like the
Hammerstein
Joker is
too.
born. Like the Joker is born. The Riddler is born, and now he's just wreaking havoc on people.
Yeah. No, that's a great analogy too, man. Hey, salute to Rico, man. I'm so happy for him. I'm glad he's thriving. That's a dude I've been a fan of for a minute now, and like especially like during the NXT days when he was like feuding with like Velveteen Dream and all of that, like teaming with Aleister Black. Like the bro is so talented, and uh he's doing what he got to do, man. But we're going way over overtime today. It is what it is, man. It's Sunday Spotlight. We had a
Right.
we had a lot of discourse on this one.
It's
Um,
okay. Ben can take it out of my chat.
hey man, count it on me, man. I'm trying to read clock timing that I've been missing, man. But appreciate y'all as always. Appreciate everyone that likes, comments, subscribes. We'll be back next week. This is the Sunday Spotlight in the words of Jay Uso. Deuces, ooses. We out.